Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President and CEO of Hyundai Auto Canada, Don Romano.
Well, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the new age. How is everybody? Well, first of all, I'd like to welcome you to our display. It's great to see all of you here. I'd also like to thank, right from the start, Yong-Shik Kang, the General Counsel of the Republic of Korea in Toronto, for joining us. You know, the cooperation between our two governments allowed for a historic free trade agreement between Canada and South Korea. Now, both governments recognize the benefits of free trade and what it's going to do for our citizens. And for Hyundai, this meant the elimination of an import duty for our vehicles, which allowed us to reduce prices. Thank you. But as you can see from the video we just played, it's not all that's going on at Hyundai. We just launched a brand new brand campaign. And it's the best possible signal we can send that a new Hyundai is emerging. We're activating a four-pronged strategy to elevate the Hyundai brand. The first step in our plan was to launch a barrage of new product. This onslaught began with the all-new Genesis and Sonata, which gave you a sense of what's to come. And to that point, both vehicles received top safety scores from the IIHS, won the International Good Design Awards, and high-profile category awards from AJAC. In fact, the Genesis most recently brought home Hyundai's first residual value award from ALG. This world-class product needs to be in a world-class setting. So we're also elevating our dealership facilities to a more premium look. At the same time, we launched a new dealer training and certification program. Happens to be called the Hyundai Signature Certification, and it's meant to exceed customer expectations. The final step was a new brand campaign to ensure all of this work doesn't go unnoticed. Suddenly, quality, design, engineering, price, the dealer network, and of course, the shopping experience are all coming together, working together to exceed our customers' expectations like never before. Now, all of this sounds like a momentous shift taking place at Hyundai, and if it does, that's because it is. And now, to tell you a little bit more, I'd like to invite Dong-Wook Kim, our Chief Executive Coordinator, to say a few words.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Don. The four key elements of change that Don just reviewed are the driving force that will allow Hyundai to complete the transition into a modern premium brand in Canada. But this is not a new approach, especially in Canada. For years, we have been offering premium values in our volume segments. The difference today is that modern premium will affect all of Hyundai's operations and every consumer touchpoint. It's a strategy that puts our customer at the core of our business objectives by elevating their perception of the Hyundai brand. This approach will bring more inspired products and advanced technologies to market. It also means we must look to the future and find ways to make it better in every measurable way. In the years ahead, you will see a lineup of Hyundai vehicles with next-generation powertrains that significantly reduce exhaust emissions and deliver a driving experience that exceeds expectations. This commitment falls under the company's Blue Drive sub-brand, and it means cleaner, safer, and even more rewarding transportation methods that improves our future and our children's future. And today, right here on this stage, I will ask Don Romano to share with you some exciting news. Thank you.
And boy, do we have some exciting news. See, Blue Drive is a global movement at Hyundai. It's our commitment to improving the future. And now I'm delighted to show you 3 examples of the electrification of the automobile industry in Hyundai's new lineup. The first is the second-generation hybrid sedan, the 2016 Sonata Hybrid. Building on the new Sonata, this mid-size vehicle that we launched last year, the Sonata Hybrid is a huge step forward in refinement, quality, and of course, green credentials. Thanks to a more powerful electric motor and increased battery capacity, the all-new Sonata Hybrid can switch to electric vehicle mode more often and for longer periods of time, all with the goal of cutting emissions from the tailpipe. Thanks to our pioneering work in lithium polymer batteries, the Sonata Hybrid is the only vehicle in its class to offer a 60-40 split rear seat. It's a hybrid sedan without compromise. Now, the second vehicle in the Sonata family, and it gives Hyundai one of the most comprehensive offerings in the mid-size segment. Of course, I'm talking about the 2016 Sonata plug-in hybrid. This is Hyundai's first plug-in sedan ever. Based on the hybrid model we just showed you, the Sonata plug-in adds a larger electric motor and more powerful battery, this combination delivering a range of up to 35 kilometers on electric power alone and can recharge in as little as 2.5 hours. For many people, that means the daily commute in a vehicle will not release any exhaust into the atmosphere. Now, after 35 kilometers, an efficient gasoline engine starts to allow the Sonata plug-in to operate just like a regular hybrid vehicle. So both the Sonata Hybrid and the plug-in hybrid go on sale in Canada this year. But we haven't stopped there. I'd like to introduce you to the flagship vehicle in Hyundai's Blue Drive strategy. It is quite simply what we believe to be the future of the automobile industry. And it represents a first for the industry. Let's have a look. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the first hydrogen-powered, zero-emission Tucson fuel cell electric vehicle in Canada. The powertrain is a marvel of modern engineering. A simple electrochemical process that combines hydrogen and oxygen produces all the electricity this vehicle needs, and it does without burning any gas. The engine has no moving parts and emits nothing but water vapor. The Tucson fuel cell refuels in less than 5 minutes. It has a range of over 420 kilometers. Now compare that to the hours it takes to charge a battery electric car and the limited range it can deliver, and you'll begin to see why we find fuel cell vehicles to be newer, greener thinking without compromise. The Tucson fuel cell is the first of its kind, but not because it's a pilot project or a government fleet. No. Hyundai is the first company in the world to begin mass production of fuel cell vehicles, and we'll be the first to put them into the hands of real Canadians. We're making an investment in this technology because we know it's time to start making a real impact on our environmental footprint right now. For years, you were told that fuel cell vehicles were being held back because there was no refueling infrastructure to support them, or that the infrastructure would never be developed without vehicles to use it. Well, it's a classic chicken and the egg scenario. Well, until now, no longer. Hyundai has decided to do both. We're offering the vehicle to Canadians and organize it in a way for the Canadians to access the hydrogen fuel. We're going to take the first step and lead the way to a better zero emissions future. Well, you know what? I think it's time to start doing that right now. I think it's time to launch an entirely new segment of the automobile industry today here. And it just so happens, I have a set of keys with me right here. And it is my pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce to you Canada's first fuel cell vehicle customers. Please welcome Jennifer Ma and Clayton Crowley. Absolutely. And I believe they have a couple of little ones with them here. Isaac, Madeline, come on up. This is magnificent, guys. Thank you for joining us. And I want to thank you for taking the first step, being pioneers, our Hyundai Hydronauts, the first ones to go out there and take a step in this direction, not just for us, but for the whole country. We thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, the first fuel cell customers in Canada. Yeah. Now, I'm going to be here for a while, but Jennifer and Clayton will also be here to explain why they chose to drive this vehicle. And of course, my team and I are also here to answer any questions you may have about the vehicles. I want to thank you all today for coming. Enjoy your day.